All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday to everyone out there. We're getting into it today, working on Gracken. Oh, so we have a lot done already. I'm going to do the body texturing off stream. So for now, we're going to focus on getting the materials set up and doing VR chat integration and then face rigging. Yeah, so that'll be a big part of today. So let's actually look at my to-do list. I'm going to go ahead and do Gracken IRL. So update teeth is one of them. We need to do face rigging. I believe the body's already rigged. We need to do material animations and then fizz bone step for the coat, which is pretty much the only fizz bone we'll need. Yeah. Just thinking that through. Okay, so that's the plan. We're going to spend our morning working on Gracken, getting him set up. We actually have to do some research as well, which is for, we go to YouTube. I need to go to my playlist for VR chat.
Your chat does put the updates into the bugs. You need to make sure.
Via simple end states is what I thought. Oh, you can do eye dilation. Interesting. I could probably do that. 1, 2, 4, and 8. Okay, so face tracking. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. All right. I have a lot of blend shapes. Man, are they even enough? And gotcha. Okay. Perfect. Okay. You really can't see a difference there, can you? It's like super vague between these two images. It was just barely. But okay. We use face kit. So we can use AR kit face blood shapes. I think no, excuse me. No. Okay, so this is the OSC or the. So this is what this is the VR chat parameter setup, and then this is a template that interfaces the AR kit with that. Okay, so these are two different things. Excuse me. This looks up to date. Very cool.
Come along with me with the tips and tricks of creating face tracking. Take a visit at the GitHub Beneful James VOC page. Remember to remove the vertex group. You can hit X to clear out all the shape keys. Now, if we don't have shape keys that actually have what we want, we can actually sculpt them. In edit mode, hide the mesh you want to sculpt with the H key. Go back into sculpt mode and use a fill mask. In edit mode, use Alt H to bring back the mesh. Use elastic deform to sculpt the mesh. Create a new shape key, and we're going to call it iBiden and set the value folder. Select left eye X, right.
Okay, I need to think about this. Perfect. Actually, what I should be doing is using my. Oh, nice. All right. Glad I opened that in this view. So we're going to create a VRC face tracking setup. I want to start copying some info so we can start thinking about this a little bit more easily. So first, let's make a list. So resources links. We'll do this. Will be main. Something like that. Then this is the then very useful, and that's what will really save me time. Okay. And here's okay. So these are our links for this process. So we're going to do a quick overview, quick write-up, so I know what steps I'll be taking. So let's actually go ahead and move down, and we'll look at full numbered list. So first is make avatar. First step is we'll obviously make the avatar. Then we're basically getting into face rigging. So creation, blended creation. So the main step, this is the main bulk of work. Now, looking at that template option, so I can pretty easily make the AR kit options. What a fun shape. but I wonder which one's best because ARKit's pretty doable. And the results on the iPhone are pretty good. Oh, here we go. That's perfect. Face tracking conversion. Okay. We're also going to save this one to my document. All right. My only sadness with ARKit. So, okay. Well, we can just look at this specifically. So there are clearly, maybe not clearly. Gotcha. Okay. So this is the one that VRC face tracking combined proposed. So this is the one that they are proposing. So I can very quickly generate almost all of these using my ARKit add-on, which is good. So that's probably my first step is generate ARKit blend shapes on a duplicate version of the mesh. Transfer to VRC or to main avatar. ARKit. Then we want to reference VRCFT combined for unified expression. Fill in missing blends or create missing blend shapes based on the board. Okay, because ARKit has a lot, but it's missing these here. These ones, these ones, these ones. And these ones. So these here are not necessary, these ones here. So we don't necessarily need those. All right. So that's the game plan. Create missing blend shapes based on the unified expressions. Then we want VRC integration. And at that point, what we do is we that's actually pretty cool. Huh. Interesting. Fascinating. That's actually really cool. So you really could actually do a full VTuber like setup, but for VR chat. Interesting. Hmm. That's super cool, actually. Um, so, right, let me back. So first, VRC integration, download. Um, download the latest release. Um, import VRC base tracking templates. Add to avatar and create any missing animations. But that should be good. Done? Question mark. All right. So there's our game plan. That makes me feel better. Once we get to actually adding face tracking to Gracken, those are the steps we'll be taking. Okay. Now, before we get to that, let's knock out everything else. So face tracking is just our final step in the creation of the avatar. Kaden's looking so good. So floofy. I would love to be able to get a nice outline on the eyeballs as well. I may take the inner edge and make it black here. Inner eyeball edge. Just so it gives the eyes some nice contrast. Now, we're not working on Kaden right now. We'll be working on him this afternoon. Dang, that looks good. Look at that fuzzy coat. Okay, so again, we do want to update the teeth. I'll actually probably do that tomorrow. Let's get the material animation set up and the Fizzbone set up, and then we'll do one initial test in VR chat. Right. So, for animations, we'd like to create a folder for the clothing. We're also going to update our mesh here, so it's just body. It's pretty important because it allows me to integrate a lot of animations easily, quickly. Okay, so for our first anim, we're going to call this Gracken IRL. I'm actually going to copy all that. And we'll do clothing, coat, clothing. Let's put it here. So I learned recently that it's actually pretty bad to have multiple layers in your animator, which not totally, but will alter how I approach creating these animations. Animator setups. So We'll get to that in a second. For now, let's go ahead, rename our layers here. And the parameters, that. All right. Then lip sync we'll do later. Eye look should be working. Interesting. So here the eye is zeroed out completely. This is the reference actually. What layer is the eye bone on? Go. This is taking too long. We'll go here. I'll just search eye. This one. CIL. Ah. Okay. So it's actually this bone, but it is zeroed. There is no rotation data. So why on import is having rotation data? And when I export with AutoRig Pro, everything's scaled correctly. Some 0.99999s, which are infinitesimally similar. Visible jitter. That's not it. Export the bind/recipes even if only the skeleton is exported. No. When I do this, it breaks. Scene object has no attribute export format. Let's see if I can update. Perfect. So there's no version available. Maybe that would fix that exit setting. Let's give that a shot. Where did I purchase Blender Market? All right, Pro downloads. Okay, so how do I update this correctly? I'm going to just make a new file, or do this in a new file. Edit preferences, or edit, doop-a-doop, go to 2023 resources, Blender add-ons, drag in this right here, back to copy the path, back to Blender, preferences, add-ons, before I install Auto Rig Pro, we will remove, then install the new version. All right. And we don't need to save, we just now need to open Gracken IRL. Then update. Oh. Never mind. But that may have changed how it exports, which is the most important thing we are trying to do right now. Because we're going to try the bake access version. Please. Yes. Okay, it did. I was not expecting that. And unfortunately, the eye does still continue rotation, which means the eyes do that, not zeroed out. So let's go back to our export settings, miscellaneous, and turn that off. Okay. This should flip him again, since... Alright, doesn't really matter. Right, it's this one. Negative 25, and here we go 25, and looking down. I just like to keep it an even degree shift. 15. Oh. Perfect. All right, and we'll do the eyes later. Yes, and boom, playable layers, action FX. For now, we'll just use these ones, though. I think what we'll do is we'll create a second animator when we import the face tracking. So we'll have a duplicate and we'll swap it. So we'll just build it like normal and then swap it later for these ones. And these ones will probably have duplicate versions as well, just so we have backup and we're not brain stuff. All right, so basic VR chat integration set up. Let's take a look at the FBX file itself. All right, go to configure. Why it always zooms me out as far as it possibly can. Just a fun little. So take a look at this. Why is the mouth open? Ah, yes. It always adds the jaw, but for some reason, it's terrible idea to let Unity deal with the eye and jaw. It always just fucks it up. Classic Unity. All right, back to muscles. All right. Now, I don't need the face rig. It's interesting that the eyebrows come in even when I don't have the facial bone set. So, yeah, somewhat odd. Not terrible, though. Okay. Let's take a look at some basic movement. This will be a little bit better later once I to disable clothing. Take a look at the hands. Beautiful. Pinky is a little bit awkward. That looks like a weight painting error. So should be pretty easy to fix. The joint is in the right spot though. Everything else looks good. All right. So let's fix that weight painting error right away. And just in case, I'm going to remove the body portion of mesh, isolate, so we can weight paint a little bit easier. Interesting. Of course. All right. So looking at this bone, that looks fine. So something else, this one, has too much influence. And let's make sure our symmetry is enabled. Yes, it is. Blend. And then double check that movement. All right, that looks good. The one thing I do want to do is take this right, this wouldn't have a vertex group. Ring one, pinky, C pinky. I do not want this. Yeah, minus. Why does that still show a group? If I were to paint here, it would be for this group. So if I delete that group, I delete this group, we do this. Okay, perfect. Just unnecessary information. Best to delete what doesn't need to be. Combine again. Save. Auto repro. Bada boom. All right, so now the pinky's fixed. Good. Let's just verify that. It's worse. No, it's the same. If it's the same, that means it probably didn't import. It's because that's working just fine. Oh, I see what's happening. Okay, so I deleted that vertex group from the body, but I did not delete it from the coat. So when I recombined, that vertex group is still there, which is no good. So let's remove that, then export again. And most likely that's actually just what the problem is in reality. So please let me zoom in. Unity. There we go. All right. Because it just saw this group that didn't actually need to exist. A few other weight painting issues. So just do this. Separate. And on this one, our thumb here does not need to have any influence on the jacket. I'm assuming there's also some other bones that influence it. That's probably okay. That the hand moves it. No, let's see without it. Perfect. And the same is true for the other side now. All right. And we can combine the jacket back. All right, so that should be some solid cleanup. All right. So now let's go ahead and begin setting up the animator. So we'll take our playable layers. Boom. Hello, J.A. Detto. So you're going to make a self-portrait avatar. Definitely thinking of it at some point. I always think to do it and then never quite get around to it. But good morning. Good morning. Hope you're having a good Tuesday so far. Oh, I always go, oh, I should make an avatar for myself. And then I just end up going straight to the next commission. All right, so we're going to go here. Bam. Yeah, I saw I missed your message regarding me getting bit by a monkey. But yeah, I did get bit by a monkey. I got when I was in Bali with Joe. It was like 2014, 16, something like that. Quite a while ago now. Yeah, I went to feed a monkey and it bit my hand. Drew a little bit of blood, but not like a ton. But I ended up getting rabies shots and stuff like that. I mean, just never really know what's going on with a random monkey. Also, monkeys are gross. I used to really like the idea of monkeys. Like, oh, what a cute pet. Or like animal. They're nasty. They're real gross. They're nastier than most other animals. I'd rather pet a pig. Okay, so we have it on the character. Let's go ahead and use my layout. Nia's going well. Bike riding to the gym, and Kaden played golf yesterday. Oh, well, good. Sounds like you're doing quite well then. Wow. Bike riding already. That's very good to hear. Does it, I mean, compared to before getting your surgery, are you in less pain? I know you're still recovering, but like overall, does the surgery result in less knee pain? I'm assuming it does. Otherwise, why do it? But oh, actually, set up my materials properly. To go to here, coat. Make sure we have UV tile discard enabled. For that, also for the coat trim. Ah, that is a problem. There's no tile discard. For surprisingly, healed faster, much less pain than broken femur. Well, that is certainly good to hear. Yeah, I mean, you had to redo that one. That was, whew, that was rough. No more sledding ever again. Okay, so that's what we'll do. We're actually going to just separate the coat. Excuse me. Oh. I'll be right back. I need to get some tissue paper. Well, next time we see you, Dad, we'll have to do some racquetball because Joe and I have picked that up. We've been farting around, hitting the ball back and forth, and it's been pretty fun. My legs are definitely pretty sore, but it has been a blast to be playing it. We got a membership to a local gym. Excuse me. LA Fitness. All right. Those are working. And we'll just want to go to the clothing, go to the bottom, and turn call to off. So we get the back side of the coat. We have not yet set up our clipping for the body, so we'll need to do that. We'll need a few segments. So one here. I need to draw it out. That'd be a little easier to think out. I smacked my hand pretty good. I'm actually getting a bruise on my hand. All right, so for the body, do a little Vitruvian man diagram. We're going to want had a lot of fun playing racquetball years ago, but look forward to giving you and your brother a lesson. Sounds good. Oh, yeah, Joe's definitely kicking my butt right now. But I'm catching up. It's just fun to, the more you get into it, it's just all about like positioning yourself and just being in the right spot to hit it back. So I'm going to cut there, cut here, cut here. So, and then one for shirt, and then shorts, then pants. All right. It's my little dissection diagram for this guy. We're going to be cutting him up in a second. Being able to disable certain portions of the body in order to get that clothing to not poke through. So we're doing that here. So go ahead and once again select the body and separate it. Gonna walk, Nikki. Love you. Love you too, Dad. I hope you have a great day. Tell Katie and Nikki I say hi. You don't have to tell Nikki, but tell Katie I say hi. But yeah, very glad you're doing well, Dad. All right, there is no mirror modifier. So that creates a interesting conundrum. I could do a cut, bisect. Let's give it a shot this way first. All right. Sure. So, oops. And something like that. So we go to UV editing. Well, before we do that, first we'll just verify that there is indeed well, that's the easiest way to do that. It's not really an easy way. Just gotta do this. All right. Still a little bit poking through there. So maybe one more ring. Like that. Kind of a square. All right. So now we'll move this portion to 2. Up 2. All right. So now we can disable the chest. Let's hide the may need to find a way to hide this or create some sort of block, visual block. All right, that's a good start. Next, with the coat, we'll want to basically go from the wrist a little bit less second. Group on the wrist right here all the way up to this should be a relatively easy selection to make because it should just be this section here that I'm moving. I believe. I'm mostly sure. Yeah, mostly. Okay. So now we can hide the coat and let's take off the shirt. And I guess we need to separate these items too. A, P by loose parts. Actually, because I did that, the shoelaces are different. So just one at a time. Boom. And boom. Boom. Oh, Lord. Boom. Oh. Boom. Selection. That's what's going wrong. There we go. All right. So pants, shorts. Let's hide the pants. And then look at the body. So the shorts are enabled. It should basically be this section here that gets disabled. This is always the section that I'm tempted to do a cut on. May not be necessary this time. All right. So here is the selection we will be hiding for the shorts, I think. So it looks like it went up far enough to include a section that the shirt will be disabled. I think we'll just put this here for now. All right, and then invert. And this will be what gets disabled with the pants. So the shoes. Okay. And then this is the portion of the leg that will put the pants G1, GX1. Perfect. And then invert the selection again. Disable this part. These are the feet, which we'll move over one. All right, so here's the different sections of the mesh that we'll be able to toggle through our shaders. Hopefully, that is exactly what we need. Take a little drink. Okay, so now through the body material, which is head for some reason, rename that. Go to Special VFX, UV tap discard, and turn stuff on. Oh, this is an old one. We'll delete that. This one should be body. And then we can go here. Yes. Boom. Oh no, this is still just the head. I never made a material for the body. And I don't want to duplicate. I need to delete, create a new material. Gracken IRL body. Set it to Wyoming 8.1 Pro. And then apply it to our FBX here. So. Okay. Now for the body. Now we'll just put in a temporary color and some temporary shading. That or so. Most importantly, the UV tile disk, which we can now use to disable stuff. Go to clothing. Perfect. The one addendum is if the shirt is off and the coat is on, then we would want a section of the body. Excuse me. To keep on. So let's go ahead and visualize that. Tab. Just the body. Oops. Separate it. Rig, coat, and body. Isolate. So if we go into the body, we select everything. Let's go to shared vertices. So right here, this is the section of the body that is getting disabled when the shirt is on. But we need one addition to that, which is create a selection that will turn off on the back when just the coat is enabled. Okay, and so we'll just move this section over one. And now we can combine it back. Boom. Save, return. All right. So that means, again, we now have this additional section here just for the back, which means we can go to the clothing, or actually go to coat here, clothing, turn off the shirt. Turn off the shirt. Then in the body, can leave that section on, but the back would remain visible. Okay. Save. For now, we're going to turn all this stuff off so everything's enabled all at once. Okay. Now we need to create a good animator. So in our clothing layer, first step is to gather all the values we need to be able to toggle, which would include turning this on and off. Whoops, that's a lie. Turning this on and off. For now, we'll just have it enabled. Then we go to the body, go to the skin mesh renderer. Before I do that, select the body, select the clothing. We're going to go to UV tile discard. Oh, perfect. It's all ready. Selected those to be renamed and those to be renamed. Or they should be renamed when animated. Very close, but different. Awesome. Just got to think about these. It should work. Yeah. All right, then we have to lock them in, which sometimes takes a second. But hello, Arctic. Hello, welcome. Hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday. All right. So now we have all the values that we can add to this animation through the body. Skin measure, go here. We basically just want to double click everything. Just spent going all right. Just spent almost an hour troubleshooting why a gesture-bound animation was suddenly reversed in VR chat. Interesting. Was it after an update? So Unity knew I just kept changing things till I got it fixed. I mean, that's how you start out. And there's certainly a lot of stuff to click in Unity. Like, what does all this do? All right, so there's all the body values. We go to the clothing. And for the clothing, it's just these 5. Or no, that's a lie. Let's turn off sticky. So, boom, 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 boom. So now we have all the values we need to create all the different combinations of clothing. Well, that'd be very interesting to see if, hopefully, nothing in the update broke my animations. Please don't, VR chat, please don't betray me. It's most likely just a me issue. I just keep throwing things at you until something works. Then don't dare touch it again. I relate. Please, please, please. Alright, so we're going to do a few bools here. Coat. Shirt. Pants. Shorts. Oh, oh wow. Devi Grow. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate the follow. Working on a VR chat shenanigans today, so that's something you like. That's what we do pretty much every day of the week. Hello. Welcome. Hope you're having a good start to your Tuesday. Five items. Oh, and then the glasses. Glasses. And I kind of like to put them in order of verticality. Glasses, coat, shirt, pants, shorts, shoes. That should be everything. Oh, wait, but there's one alt shirt 2. So we'll put that right there. Okay. So those are all our parameters, and we're going to create somewhat of a nightmare of different settings, because I've learned recently that the more layers you add to an animator, the more intensive computationally the animator gets. So it's best to do everything as one, which is going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. Because basically I'll need a clip for each combo state. That's interesting. So we could do one at a time, right? We'll do first things first, right? So we have all clothes, and then each combination of one clothing item off. So all clothes on, which is what we have right here in this animation. So we'll say all clothing. The only thing that needs to be changed about it is that we do have to adjust our body clip shapes. So basically, we preview this, we would need the body. It's really hard to visualize here. If I duplicated this, moved it? No. Challenging. Challenging indeed. Oh, actually, I could. This is going to look bizarre, but I could make a plane, move it over, and drop on it the body material. And then, no, this probably isn't going to work, but we'll give it a shot. It'll be interesting to see what this looks like. So we'll go to Gracken Clothing, preview it, and snap. This is difficult. But not in order. Just put in order by their numbers first. So when all closed, we need the body to disable top one. Oh, another follow. Thank you, CJM Pinger. Welcome to the stream. We're working on some VR chat shenanigans today. So right now we're getting some animations set up. So yeah, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. And I'm trying to figure out how to toggle certain things on and off. So these are the arms. That should be row 0, 0. This one. What's the order? 0, 0. Okay, so that's 0, 0. Which would be this one. So not that one. That means we'd want 3, 3, 0. Turn off. 3, 0. Bam. That means the arms are off. And then we want both shirts, which would be 2, 0, and 2, 1. There we go. Or, sorry, take that back. 2, 0, 2. This is 2. Yes. Okay, that's right. That is correct. And then the legs. So both of these, 1, 0, and 1, 1. 1, 1. All right. And then lastly, these ones can remain on. Okay, so here is the correct setup for that first animation, which is all clothing enabled. And now we're going to go make an animation for each article of clothing disabled. So we'll do 1. There's 5 clothing items. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll have the coat off. Man, this is going to get real complicated because I have to make. There's 5 items of clothing. 6 actually, 6 items of clothing. So I have to make 36 animation clips total. Oh. Interesting. It's got to be a better way to do that. I mean, it's just a decision tree, right? Like, I could make a matrix for all possible combinations, or I could just treat it as a series of decisions. If this, do this. Then, if this, do that. Do that, do that. So, just a list of all items of clothing. We just iterate through it each time. So, we could make the same clips I usually do, which is coat on and then coat off. And as long as they're writing deeds, that means we'll get to the end. Oh. Man, is this worth it? All right, let me look up VR chat. Because the things, the reason I'm doing all of this is one of the latest releases. Talked about. Oh, not release or dev updates. Something like that. Dev updates. Yes, this was the one I was looking at. Come on. Okay, I'm going to assume that my animators are okay. And my usual way of doing things is all right. And we're just going to do that. All right. So we're actually going to redo this. Clothing. And then we'll do coat. This will be our first state. And we're going to start with coat on. Drag that out. Boom. And in this one, we want our default. Which avatar did I do most recently? It was Dread. Let me see your FX layer. Oh, you don't have close. No. That's not even a concern. Right. All right. This isn't. I just want to know which values to include. I think we're just going to do only values that are related to the coat. Otherwise, we're affecting things that should be affected. It's that simple. So for this one, we'll have the coat toggle, and we can delete all other clothing values. And then on the body, the only ones affected by the coat are these ones, these top few. Actually, all we need to worry about is this. When the coat's on, this value's on. And when the coat is off, this one is off. 0. Boom, boom. On, off. Perfect. Easy, simple. That's all we need to worry about. We can go ahead and adjust these states. Conditions 1, condition mode 1, and back to normal. We just want to select Gracken. Well, coat, if it is false, then we go to off, and if it is true, we go to on. That's all we need to do. All right, next step. So we did the clothing for the coat. Now we would like to do the shirt. So the shirt actually has a few possibilities. For now, we'll just do Okay, so basically the shirt has another color that we can add to it. And normal. And it will overwrite those values. In order to do that, we would use something called RGBA masking in the material. So that would be in the clothing material. We would be adjusting the decal. So let's get that set up now. Let's export some new values. And for clothes, right now it's the athletic version. So we'll want to extract from the textures clothing, create a folder for shirt B2, and we want to duplicate these images and drag them into this folder. Okay, perfect. So now they're there, named it a little differently. Then we go painter, go to the shirt, the alt, we just simply turn off. We save, and it takes a million years because Substance Painter is super inefficient. 1 million years later. 1 million years. Okay, there we go. All right. File, export textures. Boom. Save that. Save the file. All right. Bada boom. We can close that. Update the files here. See the shirt color change. A little bit more change than we can see right now. But also I can delete this plane now. CJM Pinger is clothing complicated for 3D models. I think it's a little bit easier than making the body. Once you have a body, it's a little. I use something called right here. It's an add-on called Mesh Data Transfer, which I'll just link to you. But basically, you can transfer just based on how close the clothing is to certain parts of the body, the information about how the body moves to the clothing. So in terms of rigging things, it is a little bit more straightforward. Here's that that add-on that I'm referring to. So it's not standard in Blender. But the hard part about clothing is kind of what I'm doing right now, which is being able to turn things on and off efficiently. You could create like a mesh for each piece of clothing, which is how I'm doing the coat right now. And you can just turn that on and off, which is pretty easy. But the problem is how the body pokes through the clothing. So that's where it gets a little tricky. In order to fix that, I use this shader called Poyomi. And it has a very specific feature called UV Tile Discard, which allows me to turn some sections of a model on and off. So when I go to the body, for example, if I turn off the coat here, when the coat is disabled, I tell the body, or when the coat is on, I tell the body to turn this section of the character's arms off, so they don't poke through the coat. And that's a very common problem in when you have a bunch of layered objects, 3D objects. It's just very easy for things to poke through themselves, because there's no physics in the same way that real life has physics for it. Correct. The mesh transfer is just for rigging easily, the thing I linked. And then Poyomi shader is to fix the clipping issues specifically. But it also lets you turn off all the clothing. So I only have one material for all my different pieces of clothing, and I can turn all of them on and off when I need to, like the shoes, pants, etc. So all of those things are easily toggleable. Glasses, etc. So it makes that aspect of it straightforward. Before I used to use blend shapes to kind of shrink sections of the body, but that created its own set of issues. I think this is by far the easiest way to do it. Okay, so now we're doing the shirt. Make a animation. Oh yeah, because now we have the material set up for us to add a RGBA color mask. Should have. Yeah, the Poyomi shader has a lot of benefits just because it really simplifies a lot of complicated problems on how to like layer things, move things, change the color of things. Technically you can always create your own shaders in Unity, but that really doesn't really do justice to how complicated that can be. It is definitely a challenge writing shaders, and it just takes a lot of time to get something the way you want it to be. Back to Painter. Do you make models as well, CJN? So initially I created that mask for the coat trim, then we didn't end up using it for that. So we're going to go here. Was actually looking to commission here after submitting a form. Oh, I see. Well, thank you for reaching out. I'm assuming you mean my form. Well, I did see some images come in today, so but it's also good to understand things. Oh, absolutely, absolutely, and I love sharing this information. So I can rant for hours about all this stuff. But I appreciate you submitting the form. I will definitely be following up with you this lunch during my lunchtime, which is in about 2 hours. But I did see some images come in, so I just need to go ahead and review that. Go to the shirt. Here, fill, user, bam, and export. Yeah, like if you have, hopefully I didn't ask for too much on it. Well, no, I mean I certainly love adding a lot of stuff to characters. This avatar actually will be doing face tracking for, so the client actually uses Vive Face Tracker. So we're going to be setting that up, which I'm super pumped for. I think it'll be pretty fun to have a fully moving character. Excuse me. And let's go ahead and add our mask. Here, and 0, 0, 0. All right. Confirm. Boom. So now that we've done that, we are able to add this texture here and turn it on and off as we please, I think. Oh, there we go. Boom, boom. And we can also include the normals. Boom. Which we'll set to 1. That way, I guess we'll have to. No blend. Just place. We'll also have to turn this down. We do that as well. Okay, perfect. But it's all set up, ready to go. Perfect. And now we can go back to the animation. We're creating. Doop, doop, doop. Up here, we have the clothing, so we'll duplicate this. And we'll say shirt 1 on. So it'd just be 3 animation clips, I believe. That. And then I want to adjust these values. So we're only worried about the shirt in this case, which means I can keep the coat off. We want to look at the shirt values. So for our shirt, it affects the row 1, I believe. So all we need to disable these, and then so it's row 1 on the clothing. But 2 on the body. Yeah. And row 1 on the clothing, 2 body. And we can go ahead and preview that by going to shirt on, preview, and looking at these values. We do just like this. Oh, snap. Clothing, back clothing. For our RGBA color mask, we need to right click, renamed. Yes, and intensity, right click, rename. Okay. Now we can lock it in again. Bada boom. I click it? Oh. Waiting for something to load. It's not even loading. All right. Okay, so now we can adjust these values. Perfect. We can see the shirt turning on and off. We have these values. Oh, and then the other layer of complication is when the shirt is on. Huh. Gotcha. Or the coat. So you have 2 versions of the shirt, and when the coat is on, it will also tweak that. So let's go ahead and make a layer in here for shirt. Take this shirt, drop it right there. All right. So, wait, what did I just do? Shirt. There. Yes. Okay. So shirt on. Awesome. We just want to add a few values to that. Hit record. Go into the material for the clothing. We want this value and this value. We just want to be able to control those. And now that we have those, all we need to do in order to create shirt 2 on, so, which we'll put right here, is set this to 1 and this to 1. Boom. Just to confirm, let's preview it. Shirt. Oh, snap. Should say shirt 2 on. Boom. And now we can preview it. Shirt 2. Preview. Nice. We see the shirt changing between them. Nice. Okay. So now we'll duplicate those and we're going to create variations of them called coat. So when shirt 1 is on and the coat is on, and when shirt 2 is on and the coat is on. So when shirt 1 is on and the coat's on, we want to disable one section of the shirt. Let's preview that. Shirt 1 on coat, preview. I believe it is this one. Nope. It's this one. Yes. Because we just want this little strip on because it will look like this. But we still want the sections that are hidden to be disabled. Yay. And so that was 1, 1. And all we need to do for shirt 2 is adjust that same value. All right. Next, we'll create one final version of this, which is just shirt. I'll make it plural. Shirts off. And we'll drop that right there. And you guessed it. It simply turns the shirt off. Let's preview that quick. Shirts off. Preview. So when we're adjusting those values, okay, so those are off. That's when the shirt is off completely. But as it turns out, we need one more of that as well, which is when the coat is on, but the shirt is off. Record, or not record, preview. And that would disable this back section of the body. So the back of the body doesn't clip through the coat. All right. So that's complicated. But now we have all the different states that can occur when the shirt is on. Now we need to understand how these will transition between each other. I'm going to move this out like that, maybe down a little ways. So these ones are obvious, right? Boom. Oops. And actually, I'm going to go to parameters. Right now, I have shirt 2, but I need one value for when the shirt is on or off, and then another value to determine what variation of the shirt is. GGG, good luck with the model. Thank you, CJM. Looking forward to speaking with you later and reviewing that form. I appreciate you reaching out to me, and hope you have a great day. Oops. Man, surely there's a simpler setup for this. Yeah, I think we'll just create an empty, and we'll call this conditional. Is this any fewer transitions? That's a slightly fewer. I mean, why wouldn't I just use any state at this point, right? Yes, this is the proper way to do it. Okay. Much simpler. So it's only going to transition to Gracken IRL all shirt. Oh, actually, let's adjust these transitions. First, in debug mode, we'll just remove any time it takes for this to occur because we want it to happen immediately. Okay, so it's going to transition to shirt on when first the shirt is true and shirt 2 is false. Perfect. Then it will go to this one when shirt is true, but shirt 2 is also true. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, and then we need, of course, the other condition, which is the code. This has to be false for these ones. False. And lastly, I could make it consider, I suppose the even more optimized version would be to actually do like this, where we know the shirt's on and we know the coat is false. So it has to go here. And then it will continue transitioning if the shirt 2 is true. Otherwise, it stays here. That's slightly more efficient because that way it's not considering all of those transitions every time. And we can actually do the same with this. Like so. Just very slightly more efficient. All right. This will be interesting to see it play. So then when it transitions to all shirt false, we want shirt to be false because that's the main value is the shirt enabled. Is the shirt on? Yes. Is the coat on? Is the shirt false? But is the coat on? All right, this is marginally more efficient. And I'm very interested to see if it works well. So let's hit. Let's take a look. So when we turn the coat on, boom. Nice. And when we turn the shirt on, does this very quick looping, which I'm not a fan of. You can see that it is went through all that. Why would it do that? Doesn't need to exit. Coat on, shirt on. There we go. Okay. Let me turn the coat off. All right, it's just a simple decision tree. Then we turn on shirt 2. Nothing happened there. Because I'm allowing it to transition to itself. False or Gracken shirt. True. One should jitter. Because I turned off the ability to transition to itself. Okay, so this isn't actually working properly. It's deceptive because the other layer is turning the coat on, but this animator is never leaving this spot due to the any state. Ugh, animators are so annoying. Okay, so oh hi, little Luxaroonie here, my kitty cat. Don't do it, Lux. Stop it. She just really wants to tear up the corner of this carpet. She really likes it. She's no good. And I really feel like this would work. But I think the problem is that I'm using the any state. Hey, bad cat. Bad kitty cat. Could do something tricky with the avatar parameters, but I wouldn't be able to test that in Unity, and I don't think it's the best practice. Um, so basically, the problem is that it enters the first state, and it doesn't go any farther than that because the any state then kicks in and goes, you can only come back. It just brings it back. So my initial instinct was to turn off transition to self, but then that creates this jitter. So it makes the this next state. Set the next state. Play. So now we just want to turn the shirt on. Boom. Which we can't. Then we turn on the coat, and it doesn't change. We can see the coat, but that's unrelated. We want to see this go over here. Let's turn the shirt off. Okay, it goes there. That's what we want. No me gusta. Why wouldn't that work? Alright, can we change this? This might crash Unity. So give it a shot. But we'll say current state, next state, current state, then next state, next, then current state. Oh, but I should have been changing that. This wasn't enabled. So I want it to go to the next one. Okay. So the problem here is the any state. This is ruining my, because it just keeps coming back. It's just looping into that first stage and not considering the transition out. So let's delete that, I guess. All right, I'm going to go to the restroom really quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so looking this up, I can't really use a trigger state with what I have. What I would like is just a nice, convenient way to flow through this whole thing. But the problem is with how I have it set up right now, every state would need a transition back to the beginning. Or to here. Hmm. Hey. Alternatively, is I do that big loop structure where it's evaluating all of them. And any one of them can transition any one of them. I don't really like that though. But this won't even work with how I set up because it relies on the thought that the any state value is the most important. And in fact, it would never transition back to shirt one with how I have it set up. So this is a bad setup, period. Okay. So we have all our states. And this is the entry onto shirt on. Now, these are the general states. So move in between all of these. I think what I'd like is one dummy state here. Okay. So for all of the transitions, we want them all to happen immediately. So go to debug. Boom, 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 boom. 0, 0, 1. and 1. Okay. Back home. On, call this on / off. And this is just assessing the first value. Is the shirt off? Is the shirt true? So unnecessary. Should just go like this. Redo these two. I really hate how transitions work in Unity. Just like so much manual labor to set it up. Okay, so this one is the shirt on? And is the coat off? And this one is the shirt on? And is the coat on? And I'll go over there. And then this just evaluates, is shirt 2 true? Or is shirt 2 false? True or shirt 2 false? 2. And then here, we're just worried about, is the coat all right. Now, entry state, shirt 1 is on. We're missing transition states back. So if oh, should have done that for all 4 of them. This feels stupidly complex. Holy fuck. Okay. This is really bad. This is just really ugly, inelegant. I hate everything about this setup, so we're going to redo it again. This is not the proper way to do it. Okay. Man, I really wish we could utilize any state in this case. just difficult because there's basically 3 types of states it can be in. Either the shirt's on or it's off. And then either of those have a variation with their coat. Right? So bummed the any state won't work here because that would really make this super, super simple. Okay. This is how it's going to happen. We have to have an intermediary state. It's the only way to properly evaluate it in like a nice and clean way. Oh. Oh, we might as well put it down here. So create a state, empty, this one. Call this eval. And this will be our default state. So it goes in here and it evaluates where it needs to go. So now just do this. Okay. So, select all of them. Really don't like this setup, but again, it will work. This will definitely work. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. So, condition, shirt, false. Shirt, false. I need to do this one at a time. And coat, false. Otherwise, shirt, true, or coat true, it goes back. This one, this transition here, shirt needs to be false, and coat must be true. Yeah, actually for the exiting, no, it does have to be it. Okay. It has to be exact. Wish I could copy those. Oh, wow, this sucks. There are way too many moving parts here. I really have to think of a way to simplify this. Okay. We're just going to rely on quite a few blank slates because that's I can only see it working that way. I just don't see any other option. So we'll call this shirt 1. Lord. Okay. I need to draw this out. So there's There's 3 things that are interfering. We have the shirt on off. We have the shirt tight, and then we have the coat on or off. So these are all the different things. So that's 6 different binary states. Which create many different combinations. 12 combinations of state. So what would be perfect is to be able to use the any state. That would simplify this a lot. So we want to figure out how we can take shirt 1 on and transition it to shirt coat. So we have this any state, and we want the any state to be able to transition to here. Because all this needs to know is the shirt true? If the shirt is true, go here. Perfect. And if the shirt, and if the coat is on, then go here. That's what we want to be able to happen. So to start out, shirt is on and coat is on. So play. But it's going to get stuck here. Okay. And I believe this has to do with this. It can transition to itself. Then it basically reaches the end. And it goes back out of it. Okay, let's look at that one more time. Because this one has exit time. We put that on exit time as well. So it goes out of coat, back to any state, into shirt, doing this cycle. We want it to find a state and stick to it. So this transition here is the vital one. Right now we have the ability to, what happens if we do that again? It's just gonna, just goes back here because it does transition back to itself. But the interruption source it's just because it's always true. It's always true. There's no way that's going to change. So I guess I just cannot at all use any state. Bummer. Okay. Yeah, it's always the animators that just throw me for such a huge loop. It's a nightmare. Okay. Let's see if we can break this up. So right now we have all these different states, in a sense. But maybe we could break them up into different layers. So each component is just worrying about itself. We have shirt on and off. Is the shirt on? Is the shirt off? Okay. But then we have type of shirt. Then that on that layer it just worries about the type of shirt. Even just removing that will simplify things. So let's do that. Boom. Gracken. IRL. Clothing. Shirt. Version. All right. So do that. We're going to tweak these animations. So we'll say shirt version 1. I should have done this one. Shirt version 1. Okay. Boom. So that's the entry. And then on shirt version 1, all the values it cares about are these two here. It's not going to worry about anything else. Duplicate that. Version 2. And in version 2, this is set to 1. And the alpha here is also set to 1. That's it. Boom. Boom, boom. Just break that up. Okay. And now we transition between them. Go to debug. 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay, and these values simply worry about shirt 2. If shirt 2 is true, it goes down there. And if shirt 2 is false, it goes to version 1. That's it. That's all it's worrying about. Perfect. Now, we can edit these other ones. And instead of shirt 1, we'll just say shirt on. Okay. And I'm going to delete these other ones for now. So, shirt. And all it worries about is these clip shapes. So, right now, the shirt is on. Boom. Drop that there. Shirt on. Then duplicate shirt off. Drop that there. Okay. Again, debug. I hate that I have to do this every time. If shirt is true, or if shirt is false, turn off. If shirt is true, then you're on. Okay, so I'm going to hit play. Coat doesn't affect anything right now. It will need to in just a moment, but now we have the shirt. We can change the version of the shirt. Perfect. And we can... It is toggling correctly, but I did not change the values here, so we need to just swap these. Okay. That works pretty well. Except for one thing, which is the back of the character. So those. Oh, it says all. All right. Just cleaning this up, getting rid of this extraneous word. Okay, so now on one layer, hello Cherry Blossom Pup. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good Tuesday so far. We can swap the version of the shirt. We can turn it on and off. Now we need to be able to disable a section of it when the coat is on and off. Not too well. Broke up with my boyfriend yesterday. I'm sorry to hear that. That is a bummer. Well, I'm sure in time you will feel better, but I do wish you well just making it through this most recent, or just through this difficult moment. That is definitely a rough time. No problem. Time for chocolate. Maybe a fun movie. And just lying in bed for a day. But I do wish you well. Just hang in there. It'll all work out in the end. Been watching spooky ghost videos. Oh, best kind. I really loved what it BuzzFeed's. I forget what it's called, but BuzzFeed had a really funny ghost show, which I liked a lot. Unsolved, something like that. Yeah, so funny. I love that show. I was just thinking of it the other day. Boom. There we go. Ryan and Shane are the best. They are. They have such a good chemistry between them. It's so funny because like there's so many shows that try to do something similar, but they don't have to do anything, and they make me crack up. Adjusting my chair. It's so squeaky. actually making a paranormal YouTube series called Ghost Files. Oh, really? I'll have to check that out then. I totally just remember them BuzzFeed. Good old BuzzFeed, which seems to be saw them in the headlines recently for not super good reasons, but that's okay. So we'll call this Gracken shirt coat on. And this is only going to worry about the blend shapes. Oh, I could have just extracted this from this one. Shirt coat on. Okay. So how's the model coming along? It's going well. It's going well. We've got some good progress right now. We're making the animations to like toggle clothing on and off. So we got like the coat made, which looks pretty cool. I really like the fur. The fur came out, but it looks a little different than I thought it would. I'm missing the trim on it. No, we're not. Coat trim. Huh. Anyway, thank you. Yeah, it should be fuzzy. I don't know why it's not fuzzy. What the heck? Looks like it lost the assignment. So we'll just go here. Boom, boom. Assign. Save file. Export. Well. What? What the heck? Anyway, we'll figure that out. Now I'm trying to just turn off the certain things at certain times. A little bit of a struggle, but we're figuring it out. I need the back of the shirt to turn off at certain points. So with the coat, so there should be 4 states here. I mean, if that's the case, I'm going to delete this layer. And we're going to do this here. Duplicate this. We'll say shirt off coat. Put a shirt on coat. Okay. So I need a little diamond here to exchange between all of them. So we'll do both these. Go into debug, turn all this stuff off. Here to one. And so basically, when Gracken code is true, go over here. When Gracken code is false, don't. Do that again. Gracken code false. Gracken code true. All right, so swaps between them. And then these just use the same values as this one. Okay. Debug again. Boom. 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 All right. Normal. Code. No, shirt. Excuse me. When shirt is goes down there, and when shirt is true, goes up here. All right. Perfect. So we're going to go and preview that. Gracken shirt off coat preview. Basically, we need the back of the body to be disabled. Like that. And when we go to shirt off or shirt on coat, it's basically the same thing, but both of them. Like this. Yeah. Yes. Okay. We should be in business now. Play. So, go to parameters. We can turn the coat off. Nice. Turn the shirt off. Noise. It's working. Yay. That was very painful, but we made it through. Just need to ensure, yep, on the inside, everything is disabled. I think. Oh, yeah, that's the code itself. Yes, perfect. Perfect. Nice. Oh, and then we can, of course, just we need to ensure that we can toggle between the second shirt as well. Awesome. Whew, that was difficult. That was challenging. But the problem was that I tried to do all the parameters at once, where it was easier to just break up everything into their own chunk of parameter. Okay. Excuse me. 12:20 already. Let's keep going. We need more clothing created. We need another layer. No. Gracken IRL clothing dash space. Copy all that. And we'll make one for shorts. And another layer for pants. Then one more layer for shoes. And all right. So I think I'll make a folder for each pair of animation clips. It's code. Drop that right there. Just a few more folders. Code, pants, shorts, and shoes. Okay, perfect. Then we'll duplicate this. Pants on. Shoes on. And lastly, shorts on. Okay, now we just need to adjust each of these. First, we'll drop them in. So for shorts on, bada boom, pants on, and shoes on, bada boom. All right, shoes, pants, shorts. Nice. Okay. Now, getting into the shorts. Okay. Actually, we'll do the shorts first. Oh, I need to sneeze, but I could not. Plug in my headset for some VR later. Make sure it's charged up. Okay. So, which ones of these values do we need? So refer back to Blender. So for the body, I believe this section here is for the lower leg, which means this section, which is 1, 0, is what we require for the body. 1, 0. Here, so we need that one. And then the other one for the clothing would be 0, 0, 1. 1, 0, and 0, 1. Not the body, just the clothing. Okay, so here's the shorts. These are the values we can adjust. Go ahead and double check that. It'd honestly just be faster to go and click. Well, no. Maybe. Debatable. 0, 1. All right, I believe that is correct. So duplicate shorts off, which we'll put right here. Bada boom. Debug. Do all this stuff for the 8 millionth time. And just click on shorts. Shorts false goes down, and shorts true goes. Now, when shorts are on, we do want to add a behavior called avatar parameter controller, and we want it to set the pants to off because they conflict directly. So that way, you turn the shorts on, turn the pants off, and vice versa. Now, shorts off, we need to swap these values. Let's also get the pants set up too. So let's identify what values those are. That would be 0, 2 for the clothing, 0, 2 for the clothing. So we can delete all other clothing values. And then for the body, it is these two. Oh. Yeah, it is both of them, actually, these two, which would be Which one is this? Fuck. Fuck. It's so hard to keep track. I should have made sure they're on the same square. That would have made it lots. Oh well. This must be 1, 0, and 1, 1. Okay. For the body. 1, 0, and 1, 1. Those two. So we delete all the other body ones. Bada boom. These are the only ones the pants need to worry about. There may be a conflict in the off state with the shorts, so we'll figure that out in a little bit. For now, we'll add it. Do the usual debug. All right. Oh, that's so cool. I did not know that. We can make presets. Okay, save current to. That's going to save me a lot of time. We'll do SAMDetter, SD assets, presets. So animator transition, immediate. Okay, so that means hopefully that doesn't add these values. We'll find out. Potentially that could save me quite a few clicks. Pants. So Gracken IRL. When pants are false, we go in the off state, and when pants are true, we go into the on state. And when we're in the on state, we say turn off shorts. Perfect. Okay. Boom, boom. We set those two up. Now we're going to do the shoes. The shoes should be straightforward. Should they should be straightforward. All right. So this one, which is 0, 1 for the body, 0, 1 for the body. And for the clothing, it is 1, 0. Okay. When the shoes are on, the body is disabled. Shoes are off. Oops. The values are flipped. And then, of course, we transition. And does this work? Can I do this? That's so useful. Can I do them both at the same time? What? No. What? Oh, okay. I see. I see what's happening there. It's because there's nothing here. Well, I didn't do anything there yet. Remove. So we grab both of them. We do the preset, and then we add the parameter shoes. Yeah, what is happening there? Let's try that again. Boom. It's trying to transition to pants. Off. Which is why it disappears, because that doesn't make a lick of sense. Okay. But that was me trying to create a preset here for the transition itself. Can I create a preset somewhere else? What a nightmare. Alright, so we have to do the debug method. Unity. But there's some add-on I can get. Let's speed that up. But for now, we suffer. All right, so now our clothing is fully toggleable. Toggleable. Let's hit play and test it out. Okay. Parameters. Something is wrong with the shirt. Coat's working. Shirt is disabling itself. Or something is overriding the shirt? Most likely. Pants are not toggling. Shorts are toggling on and off. Good. Shoes are toggling the shirt, which explains that problem. Okay. So we go to the shoes. Let's go ahead and select the character, shoes, preview. It is turning on 1-0 for the clothing, which means it should be. Oh, of course, it shouldn't be 0-1. It should just be 0-0 for the clothing. Gotcha. Boom. Or delete that. Board, body, clothing, 0, 0. Copy that value. Choose off. Delete 1-0. Put this back in. Oops. Wait. Gotcha. Copied the wrong one. Choose off. Paste. Clothing should be disabled. At that point, view. Perfect. Play again. Perfect. Shirt's visible. I can turn the shirt on and off, turn the coat on and off. Switch the shirt, turn the pants. No, pants not working. Shorts working. Shoes working. Perfect. Let's double check pants. Pants. They should be transitioning nicely, so let's double check the values. Nothing's changing on the off value. That would certainly be a problem. So we can swap those. All right, let's try again. So right now, pants are off. Pants on. Shorts on. Okay, that's working as we'd want it to. Shirt. Shoes. Nice. Solid. And let's make the default state have the pants on. Oh, we're missing one more, which is pretty simple to add. It is the glasses. Put those at the very top. Make a new folder for them. Glasses on. Take them, drop them here. And the glasses should just be 30 clothing. Boom. Save. Glasses on. Glasses off. Select the mode, debug. 0, 0. 1. 1. Normal. Glasses false to go to off, and glasses true to on. Play. Noise parameters. All right. We're in a good spot now. All right, clothing done. I'm going to go ahead and take lunch now. I'll be back in about an hour. But thank you everyone who's hung out with me this morning. Cherry Blossom, I hope you're doing well. Definitely wish you a nice rest of the week. CJM, thank you for coming by earlier. Devigro, thank you for the follow again. Hope you're having a good day. Arctic, I'll definitely see you later. Thanks for hanging out. Wish you well with your Unity work. And Fat Nasty Trash, welcome to the stream. Though I am just heading out for lunch, so I will enjoy my break. Thank you, Arctic, and I hope. Thank you for coming by, Fat Nash, and I'll see you all in about an hour. And looking forward to it. Again, hope you're having a good Tuesday. See you then. Bye. Bye.